So we bought this van for the farm. We're gonna put our logo on the side of it. But when we bought it, it had a bunch of lettering already on it. And we did a short video of when we first started. I was pressure washing it. We were trying to pressure wash it off, and it just took forever to get off. And then the other day, my wife was at farmer's market, and she just started kind of picking at it, and she was able to get it kind of loose, and then you could pull it up. So then when she got home, we worked on a side for a while, and then it just got too much, or it took too long. And then I thought, why don't I try the hot air gun? And I found out that that works really good. All you have to do is just get it warm, and then that vinyl starts to melt a little bit, and then you can easily just take your fingernail and pull them right off. So this van had a lot of lettering on it, and when we bought it, the guy said, I'd like it if you took all that off. So I took it into the dealer or an auto body shop, and they said, oh, we can sand it off and then repaint it. And they gave me a price of, it was like $6,000 to paint a full-size van, and I'm like, this van's not worth that. So I started trying to figure out what I was gonna do. We were just gonna try to cover it up, but like I said, it was all over. It was on the back here, on both sides, on the door, and it had like phone numbers and all sorts of stuff on it, and that just takes a long time to get these little pieces off. But now with this is really easy. Just get it warm and give it a pull. So like I said, we probably spent close to 2.5 hours on the one side trying to pull this off, and it just didn't work. The other thing you have to do, once I get that off of there, there's still an adhesive kind of on there, you can see. So if you drive down the road, the dirt sticks to that, and you just see you can see what it says again. So I got this, it's called Goo Gone, and it actually works really good. You just spray it on, leave it sit for a few minutes, and then I spray it off, and then I go over it with some Dawn dish soap, because this is kind of greasy, so the dish soap will take the greasy stuff off. So, but I just thought I'd share that. I tried finding different ways to do this. I looked online, and I really couldn't find anything that said how to remove decals off your vehicle. So now I just wanted to share this to make it easier for somebody else, you know, because you can find cheap vans out there or cheap vehicles that have this kind of stuff on it. Old like this was an old flooring van that they carried flooring in, and they got a new one for the fleet, and they just got rid of this one. So you can pick these up fairly cheap, but like I said, they want you to remove all their information on it. You can kind of see, I washed most of this off, but you can still see some of the adhesive that sticks on. I don't know if that shows up in the video, but like I said, there was lettering all the way down this side, and the same thing was all down this side. And you can just barely see, there used to be like a butterfly here. Okay, so here's what I was talking about with the Goo Gone. You just go ahead, spray it over the top. You can kind of see where the dirt stuck to that, because the adhesive kind of still stays on. Okay, so we got most of that all shot where we want it. And then I'm just taking a little pad and just kind of rubbing it in. This is just a Scotch-Brite pad. It's just moving it around, rubbing it in. The paws on here were the worst. They must have had a lot more glue on them or something, because they were pretty hard getting off. And like I said, they were all the way up the side of the van too, and they have the little toes, which were really hard to get off. But so I'm glad. I see a piece I missed right there. So you just gotta kind of get it hot. You don't want it too hot, because I did that before and got it too hot, and then it sticks to your finger. And if it's too hot, it actually burns. So it's like putting your finger in wax. So you just want it enough that it's loose enough to grab a hold of it, is all. There. Now with this, you don't want to push. I mean, Scotch-Brite pads really aren't that aggressive. I'm using the green ones, so they're not quite as aggressive as they make red ones. Depending on what, Scotch-Brite is made by. I think it's 3M. Maybe I'm wrong, but they make different coarseness of it. And they actually have different colors for each one. So they make a white one that's like for buffing, which is really nice. Use that on stainless a lot. The green ones are pretty medium. Kind of use them for just about everything. So now I'm just going to let that sit a little while. Let it kind of soak in. And get some of this junk off my fingers. Like I said, you can kind of tell it's pretty oily, so I just take a little dish soap. Dawn works best for this because it does break up grease. So we'll just let that set. Like I said, I don't know, it's already probably been a minute or so. I can go ahead and I will hose that off, and then we'll just do the dish soap by itself. See how much of it came off. But you can see when I'm spraying it how it just kind of beads off. It's almost like after you wax your vehicle. But you can kind of see it in behind there yet. So now I'm just going to go ahead and just take a little bit of dish soap. And I'll take another Scotch-Brite and just kind of clean this up a little bit. Like I said, the sides we might go over one more time with just some, I don't know if I'll put more Gooby Gone on there, maybe a little bit, but just kind of like polish it down. If you have a vehicle, a real nice vehicle, with like a clear coat type finish on it, they call it, you don't want to use Scotch-Brite on them. You just use a sponge or something. You don't want to use a abrasive material like this. But you might have to wash it a few more times. This paint though is pretty old, pretty decent. I'm not that concerned about, if it doesn't shine like it used to. I think I got it all. So there, that's not too bad. It came off pretty good. So like I said, I might go over it one more time. My hands are dirty, I'm making marks. But that's the easiest way to get this off that I found. So this has been Bill from My Fine Homestead, and thank you for watching.